Well, we cover weather and traffic every 10 minutes on KBOI 2 News this morning. Maria now making landfall in Puerto Rico. It's been there for over an hour.
Yeah, it's actually been 2 hours now.
Oh, okay.
So it was 6:15 Eastern time, so 4:15 our time.
Got it.
It was interesting that when it did make landfall, we lost communication with the radar that was showing us exactly where that hurricane was. So now relying on other mechanisms right now. It's about 15 miles to the southwest of San Juan. So making its way through, and certainly, I mean, the videos that you're seeing, Lauren's been providing live desk video of the winds.
It's terrifying.
It's just, it's something we've seen time and time again this season, but can't really imagine being there. So certainly for us around here, none of that in our cards. Instead, we've been talking about much cooler temperatures. Mountain snow yesterday was a nice surprise. So we were kind of thinking about that. It was so incredible to see these pictures of snow, in the mountains. And it's not unheard of if you've been around long enough. Yes, this does sometimes happen in September, but
every time it's kind of a shock to the system because we
really
start talking snow when it's still summer.
Yeah, so we're winter in summer is what I was wanting to create my own hashtag for yesterday. But we'll give you a look just because this made you start thinking about snow. Just so you know, we are still so far off from seeing any of this here in the Treasure Valley, or at least if we aren't, it would be record breaking. So our average for snowfall isn't until late November, the earliest we've ever had snow. And I actually remember this day back sometime when I was in high school. I think it was 2008, somewhere in that range. October 10th, we had a dusting of snow out at the Boise airport. That was the earliest we've ever seen a dusting. That's you've never seen snowflakes before that, but as far as a dusting, measurable precipitation, usually our first freeze also comes on October 10th. So we are still far away from that. Yes, we're cooling down, but this is not normal. This is very unusual for this point in the season. And it's all thanks to this very, very cold air mass. You can see how large this is too. So this isn't just impacting us here in the Gem State. All of our neighbors out west, some of our neighboring states, Montana, again, a lot of this potentially too good news with those cooler temperatures for firefighters, and the added precipitation can be a good mix as we get into September, hoping to maybe put an end to fire season. Here's the cold front that's going to be key to everything that happens with our weather today. It's kind of situated in southeast Oregon right now. It's going to dip in and swing through southwest Idaho as we get into the afternoon. What that's going to do, give us a better chance for some showers, maybe fire up a couple of isolated thunderstorms too. Behind that front, once it barrels through, we're looking at the coldest temps of the season. We'll be in the 50s for our daytime highs. And again, this just kind of shows these lines, how far down they go, shows how deep that trough is. So this is a significant system, and certainly we'll notice it with the impact to our temperatures these next couple of days. By the weekend, things do start to shift. The coolest air moves on, and we start to see a different pattern developing. These lines here that come up over the top of the west, a ridge of high pressure. We're used to those in the summer, sending our temps into the upper 90s to triple-digit range. For now, just going to bring us back a more dry pattern with some mild air. So that's kind of what's coming over the next 7 days. Rain chances today, kind of all over the place, but I think the best shot going to be the best window, at least for showers, and then those isolated storms probably this afternoon, middle of the afternoon through early evening. However, there is that chance that we could kind of see them on and off in a very hit or miss fashion like we have already this morning. That could continue into the later hours of the morning and into the early evening too. Right now, 53 degrees, winds at 16 miles an hour. Wind speed's also going to be something we keep an eye on this afternoon, anywhere from 15 to 25 miles an hour. So a little blustery out there, going to probably feel cooler than the low 60s like our highs might suggest. Right now, pretty quiet in the Treasure Valley. We had one batch of showers pushing through early this morning. More knocking on the door over there in southeastern Oregon, but most of the precipitation now up over our west to central mountain ranges. But you see some of those colors mixing in, and that does hint at some snow showers. Otherwise, just a nice mix of precipitation across the Pacific Northwest. Mostly rain, seeing some snow generating into northern Idaho and parts of western Montana. We did have winter storm warnings over in parts of that direction earlier, and more rain coming in off that west coast. But good news for the firefighters battling any blazes left over there. Taking you through time this morning as you get out the door, futurecast hints, hey, may catch a break, may not need the umbrella right away. Take it with you in the car though. The mountains are going to stay wet all day. It's going to be a soggy day up there. The potential for some pretty good precipitation. As we fast forward into the afternoon, that chance for showers ramps up. Here comes that front, making things a little more active. Potential for thunderstorms gets a little bit better. Kind of just going to be one of those potentially showery afternoons. And then in the mountains, it'll mix with snow at the highest elevations. Tonight, snow levels drop to about 5,000 feet in the higher elevations, especially up north. So could see a dusting in the McCall area. I'll keep my eyes peeled there tonight into tomorrow morning to see some snow on the ground in that mountain valley. Overall, tomorrow afternoon looking drier in southwestern Idaho with still potential for some showers up in the mountains. Today, your daytime high 62. That is 15 degrees. degrees shy of our average of 77 for this time of the year. Scattered showers, isolated thunderstorm, and some wind. You know the drill by now. We've talked about this for a few days. It will be in the low 60s, but highs in the 40s to low 50s in the mountains. So definitely chilly up there. Fall doesn't officially kick off until Friday. By then, we should be mostly dry. I think we'll see a better mix of sun and clouds. Very slight chance of a shower Thursday into Friday, but highs in the mid to upper 50s. And then we'll slowly see things improving getting into early next week. Love